What's going on, guys? My name is Cal, Jailbreak Central, and today I'm going to be unboxing and taking a look at the new iPhone 6. Now this is the space gray model, 16GB, and it goes for $199 with an upgrade. Now once you take it out of the box, you will see your lightning connector, as well as your wall adapter and Apple EarPods. Now real quickly, I glossed over this. This is the Apple stickers, of course, and some instructions, which no one really cares about in this small packet. But aside from that, that's pretty much it for that. At 4.55 ounces, weighs 129 grams, and it has a 4.7-inch Retina HD display. Now moving back to the phone itself, this has the A8 chip with the smaller M8 as well. This is a new chip. It has a 8-megapixel iSight camera, autofocus, f2.2 aperture, all that good stuff, 1080p HD video recording, 1.2 megapixel photos for the FaceTime HD camera. The side button is now on the side, which is sort of interesting. They changed it because the phone is bigger, so now it's sort of awkward to reach to the top of the device, which is why they put it on the side. And of course, you have your headphone jack, speaker, and your lightning cable connector. It does, of course, have Touch ID, Apple Pay, and is compatible with multiple carriers. You guys don't really need to know that. Video calling, FaceTime, everything else is pretty standard with this device. Real quick, I'm just going to go over setting it up for you. You see, if you take off the plastic here and then swipe, it'll tell you select your country and your language, English and United States for me. Once you have done that, it will ask you to choose a Wi-Fi network. It will then set up the phone, and you can enable location services as well as set up the iPhone using an Apple ID, iCloud, stuff like that. After that, it will ask you to agree to some terms and conditions, which I don't think anyone has ever read. Once you do that, it will then set up your Apple ID on the phone and set up, sync all your contacts, numbers, stuff like that. Next, it will ask you to use iCloud, find my iPhone, which I definitely recommend having enabled. Then it'll show you the screen, which I skipped, but it's basically your emails, phone number, stuff like that. It will then update your iCloud settings and then ask you to set up Touch ID, which I think is the most exciting part of this process, if you can call it exciting. And this is just when you lift and place your finger repeatedly on the iPhone so it can read your fingerprint. I recommend using two different grips, one where it's sort of straight on, perpendicular to the phone, and then one that you would hold it normally to. Adjust your grip so that you're holding the phone like you would normally. That way it can get a more accurate reading. Then it'll ask you to create a passcode. I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Funny, it actually asks you if you want to use that passcode just because it knows it's kind of a bad passcode. You can use Touch ID and iTunes for the App Store. Apple Pay, you can use the card on file or do whatever you want. It will then ask you to enter it. I just said skip this right now. Then it'll ask you to enable or disable Siri, send diagnostics, which I recommend doing because it doesn't really affect you at all. It just helps them better develop these products. Next, you can choose either standard or zoom display. I chose standard. It looks totally fine. You guys can try it out for yourselves, but after that, you're pretty much done, and you have your new iPhone 6. This will be set up with your number and everything on it. So apart from that, I hope you guys have a great day, and see you guys later.